Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Welsh Esports League. We're here with R6 tonight on the final playday of the season. One game left to be played for all of these teams, and tonight we've got a little bit of a treat for you. But before we get to our game, I'm Golu Molu, joined here for the first time on Welsh Esports League by Tyrell. And Tyrell, how are you doing this evening, man? It's been a long time, but we're back. You've re-entered the fold.
Yeah, you could say. I mean, I was having a pizza, then this guy decided to hit me up, and it's like, I need some replacement quick. I was like, how long do I have to change? In 5 minutes? All right, well, just, I guess, convey the evening with some siege, which means there's another time for me showing that I have an absolute disconnect to this game, and I have been stuck in tier 3 or something. Well, you're gonna have a tough time with me today, so. But hey, enjoy the looks, the good-looking looks for today.
Where do I find those?
How about you stare down your camera, and this big or this tiny screen, depending on whatever size you do. And then there should be something like me,
Oh, really?
should look like me, just in sometimes better or sometimes even worse shape or form.
I see. Well, our game tonight is the two undefeated teams so far. Both of them sitting at 12 points apiece. So the winner of today's best of one will win the whole league. So it's always nice when the final game comes down to the final game to determine who will get to win. They actually get to play each other head on. No sort of waiting for a third party to play that kingmaker role. It will just come down to the Pirates and the Swans. And you're looking at this map, Border. Tyrell, you a Border fan? You a Border enjoyer?
Oh, yes. The good old days. A great season. And one thing you, of course, know me for. Stop banning Thatcher, for Christ's sake!
Well, the Thatcher ban coming through from the Swans, pairing that with the Valkyrie. Pirates took off Nomad, and it should be said the Pirates have had quite an impressive season so far. They were 21-0 until last playday, where they only won 7-3. Only 7-3. So now they have dropped one game. And, well, I mean, they've dropped 3 rounds in 4 games. Pretty solid. They are ahead on that round differential, but that's not going to matter if they end up losing, right? Because the 3 points go over to Swansea, or the 3 points go over to Pirates, or 2-1 if it hits overtime. But either way, the winner takes it all. And first round lining up, seeing some interesting things happen. Again, very fraggy at the moment, Siege. We're looking for big players to step up, and on Pirates and Swans, you've got this tendency for players to come into these positions. Ben, on that Oryx, you're expecting a lot of roaming here, right? And, I mean, look, Oryx can be a little bit scary when you get him running around freely. How well the Swans can kind of pin some of these roamers down? There aren't a lot of escape options on Border.
Well, I guess given that escape option, well, relatively speaking, well, don't forget, as soon as you take 1 or 2 down, you open yourself a lot more opportunities and capabilities, and then again, you still have people who are way too lazy to watch into a camera and basically hold off the flanks. So, if played right, we'll get to see Ben do quite a lot of impact coming through, but that's only if Swans are able to get their foot in and are gonna be able to at least sort of establish themselves like a starting ground, to work through. But, basically, I guess priorities are definitely set for sure. Oryx has to go, because this would make everything much more easier for them following through. But, well, let's see on how the Swans are going to prepare themselves for the attack. And, well, maybe it's obviously because I'm an old fart, but, well, Osa definitely a new side for me to see, whilst an Ash and the Thermite, well, you can't go wrong with those two, can ya?
We're going to have to keep it to the legacy operators, but I mean, you're seeing Swansea trying to hunt down this Oryx early on into the game, lurking around inside of customs. You've got to be very careful. The drone missing him, and they're not going to be happy about that. The re-swing from Die, able to get the pick back. They don't lose too much. Jaff losing a set of those nades on the Yana, that's not ideal. You still got 2 in Dai's pocket, which can be used to get rid of a little bit more utility, but that will be the warning call for the Swans, right? They now need to be a little bit more cautious with these drones.
Even still, let's not forget the point. Yana herself is a drone as well, basically with that clone. And well, although a big loss right from the get-go, but still, there's now 1 minute and 30, and well, I haven't seen much else coming from the sides of Swans right now. Like, Pirates have quite control. They lost, I would say maybe lost a bit of time right there with the Oryx on Ben on the side of Pirates. But still, like, I mean, that clock, it's ticking and it's ticking fast down. And well, the more I see Freemati, the Ash running around, the sooner or later he's gonna get picked up by a bandit. For sure.
And that's why you have that wall open, right? Is to give you the option to threat into CCTV from this main breach. The floor below it is now soft. You can't get naded off the walls. Back just walks up to it and wins the gunfight onto Braver, though. That gives them an option. This deployable shield still going to be a bit of a problem for them as Ryan just stands up and takes the shot over the top. Noob able to recover the diffuser as Uv gets a pick on to die on the back side of things. The Osa already in a 1v3, looking a little bit dire.
Dire? I think it's game over, sweetie. I mean, not even really establishing, like, maybe once a good ground base, like, losing straight from the get-go, and, well, I think there's not really much else to say. I mean, this one goes clearly to Pirates, and, well, deserved it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're looking at the way that round started off for Swansea, not getting that Dronian coming in properly, losing that initial pick, where Oryx is really in a position in customs that can be cut off pretty swiftly. He's stuck, you draw the long line of sight, you have the option to then start using things like the Geminis or nades to just push him out from behind the conveyor belt. You can grab that pick, but instead, losing the Yana, taking a lot of damage onto the sledge, things kind of slowed down. Matty just, Matty needs to be a little bit more cautious, aware of the potential swing that can come through. You're crossing over that. Without it, the safety wasn't there to put them in positions to take this space comfortably, and it meant that they kind of ended up losing these gunfights that they didn't really need to be in bad positions to take. It'll be interesting to see, though, now, how the Pirates go through from here. Going down to ventilations, you see a little bit of discussion, right? Do people prefer the bathroom? Do people still want to go into vents? The frost coming through for Braver will be something that Swansea have to keep their eye out for, especially if we hit the later parts of the round. But again, it's all going to be about this clearance upstairs first. That's what needs to be done clinically.
Oh, that's going to see how Swans are going to prepare himself. Well, since you're speaking about clearing upstairs, well, you already got the great opportunity with the sledge brought you by Dai. The only question is whether he can survive long enough in order to make himself useful, but... And again, we got once more again, good. Pretty much you got the pulls from underneath. Well, we all know how C4 is gonna end up, and well, one crucial pick, and that would mean Swans pretty much... I would say wouldn't say they lost in the round, but, they're heavily relying on this one for sure. And, well, Yeti, well, isn't it nice to have a heartbeat sensor like that? Spotting out where everyone is, and, well, the intel is around. And, well, with 1 minute past, well, at least we got Jeff in the building, and as soon as we talk about that, Uv decides to make ways and clear out the sledge of Dai, which means, well, Swans is in for another hard time.
Yeah, you're losing that sledge on the site where you want the verticality. The Nitro Cell coming out, actually able to catch Matty there. Looked like he might have walked just far enough, but apparently not. Jaff upstairs, you still have hard breach options with this Habana, but it's now about making sure you can find some picks back, as they're looking to try and use some vertical angles using the DMR on that Dokkaebi just to make a couple holes for them to peek through, but no one from the side of Pirates is challenging it. That being said, Smoke walking past, like trying to line up the shots, but the timing's not working out twice. Noob shooting through again, but still somehow just Ryan managing to avoid everything. Is finally that hatch going to be opened on up. It's Jaff to go down next as You've just continues to get aggressive onto the Swans, and they can't really find their footing here.
Didn't you say both teams had like no losses against anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems to be a very weird balance then, because from right now where I'm sitting, and right now from by the looks of it, it looks like Pirates is definitely the best, and then Swans, and then maybe everyone else, but holy moly. Well, trying to get at least some frags in as, you know, the good old exit fragger, boasting up the stats. As the noob will get one, and that's gonna be Oof, gonna fall down to the Soulless, and well, the smoke canister blocking the entrance, but also blocking a bit of the view, but that doesn't matter as Ben will go down regardless, and well, with 8 seconds left, there is no much hope, and well, he'll walk into a shotgun. 12 gauges right up the clock, and out it goes. Another round for the Pirates.
Yeah, just continuing this hold built off of early picks that they're able to find for themselves, this time on to die. I mean, it's just working out well for them, and I don't know what the big change to make here is, right? It just looks like off the bat, they're not able to pick up these Pirates members. The aggression on border, I mean, it's one of these maps where you're looking at a lot of high aggression, early gunfights into rounds that are very important to take space for the attack. They don't really seem to be able to come up trumps in these engagements. I don't really know what more to say than that. They're just losing space, and even when they're given it, right? They have access into Armory, they move into Armory and take it. There's tools below to disrupt them, and Sledge is already gone, so you can't start applying the vertical in a meaningful way. You're trying to find the line of sight onto the smoke of Ryan, but he's able to kind of avoid it because you're so limited in what you can see down through. It needs to be tidied up there.
I guess that's as best as I could describe it analytically, but then again, if I would describe it analytically, we would just end up in get your shit together, and yeah, we'll be standing then at that baseline. But still, I mean, I think there's no denying that clearly something needs to happen, and it should better be happening right now, because let's not forget the age-old thing of border being very, very defender-sided.
Yeah.
But honestly, does this still apply, or have we changed so much meta that now attackers are the go-to, or...
Border's a quirky one. I think you have lots of options on the attack, but a solid defense still can be pretty strong. You're looking at these teams to have a bit more of that initial foothold, though, right? With how much space you can take away from a defensive side, with how small the map is when you start getting in and start pushing people back, you need to have a reliable way to find these picks, or just a way to find these picks. And that's currently what Swansea are lacking.
Let's bring it down back to my IQ level. Basically, you need to know what the fuck are you doing, or otherwise you're going tits up. I think that's something
kind of, but not that extreme.
Well, it works for me. Anyway, seeing how one C4 failed, the question is if another one will follow. Well, it wouldn't, but bullets will follow, and they're gonna hit Jeff with Diana once more, taken out again. Not really looking good for Jaff on the side of Swans here, and well, I think it's now twice he got picked off right from the get-go, and well, with Roof getting another one, but here come now two counters. Die pulled one up, and Free Matty as well, leveling out finally the playing field onto a 3 versus 3, but still 1 minute 20, and there are miles off the sight.
The problem here is that you're looking at your hard breach options. You've still got the two can openers on the buck. The hatch into bathroom left soft, so they can get that one opened up very quickly. Ryan in an interesting position here. Just on the other side of the rotate, the drones coming through from Noob should be able to spot the smoke out, yes, and keep the drone alive. So they will have this information tool. Just continue to relay it as the round progresses. Still 50 seconds on the clock for them, as you're waiting to see if Workshop is clear. That's the next danger to your drop into sight. There's one right on the other side of that wall, and again, the drone's not going deep enough to gather that information. You've on this Solace moving into a position to start to play below. Jet has the pulse, has the ability to look above with the scanner, but he's actually going to walk, try and flank into the back. Noob drops. gets the pick onto you. That's the player inside of Bartram. You've got to be careful of Ryan. So close, though. He's able to swing around. There's no one protecting. Noob planting. He's able to get the final pick, and Jet flanking up behind. His patience rewarded with the final kill in the round, and Pirates are 3-0 up now.
I wouldn't call that patience. I would call this, I'm snatching your last kill, mate, there, right on the last second there, but still, you know, having the hatches open, you still gotta drop, you still gotta do something, and well, you got no ways to cover, you don't got the advantage. As you see, once more, you're gonna fall short, Pirates. I mean, they take it 3-0, they're running away with the lead, but here's the thing. Now there may be a crucial key point, because I say, all right, Swans have now seen all pretty much the rotation of Pirates, so maybe they can adapt themselves slightly a little bit. Perhaps maybe to a degree that they can snatch their way around. You know, everything has its pros and cons in this one, but, well, let's keep our eyes peeled on what's gonna happen in the next, well, shall I say 3 minutes? Maybe 2.5.
They need to find a way to change this, though, right? Yeah, I know you, but this is looking a little bit grim for Swans, right? I think it just comes off of they're unable to find consistent, good gunfights, right? The entry pit going against them in all 3 of these opening rounds.
Hold on. Jedi opens the door, shoots the drone, while sees Mozzie, whilst having still 3, I don't even remember what they're called, like spider thingies to control it. That seems to me a bit of a waste.
The idea there is just to get rid of more, right? Because you get rid of one drone, then maybe you catch another, that's 2 gone, rather than just pesting that one. I think that's the idea, it's just like the general greater volume, rather than having that information tool earlier on. I think on a map like Border, maybe you don't feel you need it, right? Because it's so close, you'll hear where they're coming in. Like, they will know that Jaff is on East Stairs right now with the camera gone, the barricade having been broken down.
I mean, I see it a bit of as a, you know, free real estate. You better go catch and claim it, but claim will be done. Claimings will be done by Oof by taking that noob, and there goes down the Osa. The shield is out. What a relief for the Pirates. Oh, look at that! Oh, Jaff manages able to flick it around and get the shots right, but in the meantime, Oof still looking very strong. Takes out Die. There goes down away the Ash. And, well, with smoke gunners now deployed, Matty has to stand back. Well, he needs to go on distance, and there's obviously perfect opportunity to scatter away for Mr. Ryan Oliver. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Pirates, they're making sure Swans is having a very tough time, and, well, I mean, I can repeat myself so many times. Look at the timer and look where they are right now.
They are close. If they can push into office, but the problem is they haven't re-droned it, so they're still afraid of players on Fountain. That's where you hear those nades going off, trying to buy themselves that space as they're just walking up. Got to be careful of the flank opportunities coming in from CC. You can see the blue silhouette just creeping around. Jet on that Mozzie, looking for an opportunity to walk around the back, and with him not being picked up on mezzanine, the angle might provide itself as he crosses over the sprays. The tracers coming through the walls should give them the idea that he's playing behind. Spag able to get the pick, walking in. Matty covering from the window to get it. The Solace trying to draw an angle, sees the diffuser. Can they get it from below? No, they can't. They choose to shoot at a different target, and you find himself alone in the 1 versus 3 when he had the opportunity to maybe disrupt that plant there with the last impact.
Big mistake right here for Move, and this could possibly mean that Swan make it the first round unless Oofkin gonna be able to clutch up, but, well, he sees one, he gets the kill. That's gonna be, yeah, done. There you go. Jeff is gonna not rotate. He needs to find it quick enough, and, well, he does so. Swans finally get the first round, and, well, I think really if Oof literally just impacted it and shot straight at the diffuser, he could have perhaps stopped the plant, got himself a bit more few crucial seconds, and more importantly, drawn out one more player, like right from the get-go, one less person to cover. And well, that I mean, pretty much that was a misplay, and this one backfired. And well, Swan was able to capitalize. And well, with that round win, well, these Swans better gonna gain now on their momentum and better gain a bit of more confidence because, you know, hey, they can beat them. They can definitely say, hey, we can beat them. Look, we've just done it. Like, this is not that hard. Like, come on, we just gotta stick together. Gotta have the plan focus and just watch out, be careful, and there you go. We're good to go.
Yeah, I think that round was really nice from the Swans. I appreciated what the Pirates were going for, right? Trying to play a little bit more passively, a little bit more conserved on when they had that man advantage. The problem was that they didn't give themselves refrag options, and what ended up happening is when Swans had that access into sight, we saw Spat get the pick as he tried to go in to get the diffuser down. There wasn't anyone in a position to contest. So what happens then? Well, these passive angles that are being held by the remaining 2 players of Swans that aren't putting the diffuser down, they're able to kind of cut any of the Pirates members off as they try to stop, as they try to recontest. That's where you see things start to fall apart a little bit. Now, though, we're going back down towards vents. No, we're not. We're back in Armory once again. Can they replicate the same thing? Does Noob already setting down the Talon 8 on this balcony, looking in towards the window. Matty, again, very likely to take a position up onside this window later on into the round when they want to have that cutoff. You can see the Swans focused on playing for this offense-sided take.
Following now in. Let's see if they're gonna be able to do it or not. But yeah, well, taking out at least the camera getting a bit of the intel up. Well, you definitely can feel the impact. There is someone playing there, and well, with the also the shield being placed, you got a little bit of restriction, a little bit of protection. But more interestingly enough, you know, I don't see. Perhaps maybe you want to take care, but it doesn't matter as they're gonna be able to just breach up office. And it's gonna come through the line. Definitely gonna help them out, given a few 1-2 seconds of standstill. In order to have that wall breach, in order to have their advances not being holded that quickly, but still, I definitely see, well, Jedi, he definitely is keeping them sort of like at bay. He's like watching over. They really can't shake him off as of right now. And also, I don't see anyone from the side of Swan trying to perhaps take care of him. We see downstairs one player, but I'm not sure when the impact's gonna come. But then, on the other hand, underneath, well, bravery. He's definitely being brave, sitting at that wall, but it's not gonna help him out. As Matty will take him off and give on the entry frag.
And the first Toxic Babe being popped as well. Not expecting players down below.
Whoa!
He sees the alibi. Ben in the sprint gets caught off, and now complete control downstairs as the plant is going down. The E1D getting a bit of cover. The Toxic Babe coming out, landing on SPAC, but too late. The diffuser can be kept. It can be stuck. And Juve has come downstairs to this position to contest it, but it's a little bit too late as they now look for this remounting up east stairs. Both members of the defense in this position behind the lines of Swansea, but as the traitors come through, they've been given away. The long angle being drawn on a trade out, but Matty in close proximity to secure the kill. The final one going over to Noob as the Swans have found their rhythm. They found the patterns for success, and they're able to bounce back and put 2 rounds together.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the key victory point is. Oof messing up with the Solus from underneath. He can't seem to stop it. And well, look, Swan has capitalized now twice on it. I mean, Oof was standing there and like, yeah, there you go. 2 times I fucked up, to be fair. Yeah, you goddamn right, and I'm glad you see it in. The key to improvement is to seeing your mistakes, you know, and have the reflection, and then move on forward. And with that, I mean, perhaps not play him all the time, or at least have somebody else, for goodness sake. But, you know, it is your last chance to do it, if it doesn't go overtime or anything. So, we'll see. Maybe he can do a very quick self-improvement, you know? Would be great.
Maybe, perhaps.
Would mean someone would get money to, you know, have his job actually, you know, tell him that. But Hey. Look, I don't even know like the furthest thing from any of those two teams. You know, I only see Dai who has Victus in this name, and that's roughly about it. I can identify Victus as to something.
Yeah, former T2 analyst Dai coming in to save the Swans, but so far it's actually Matty top of the leaderboard. I'm interested by seeing Spack on this blitz. It is not something I would associate him with, but this is because they're going for the play, Tyrrell. They're going to open up the main door, rush the blitz in, and plant on the table. This is a Matty play. This is something that he loves to run. So watching them set it up, watching how this will be successful. You've got the Lion, you've got the Dokkaebi to try and limit and disorientate, kind of slow down the movement of the defense. As you're waiting with Spack in the wings, diffuser in hand, what is the response from the Pirates going to be? Taking a little bit more of an aggressive angle to get onto the doorway. As you have the vertical holes above as well, hiding himself now in the corner, taking out any drones. Just to deny the information, the Lion scan coming through. Jeff finds the pick onto Jet. That's exactly what they were looking for as the blitz makes their way into the corner. It's all coming up Swan's side until now.
Ryan!
Shotgun makes the hold. He sees the blitz onto the back of the shield. He can't get the actual kill onto the blitz. The Swan coming through and Spack gets the kill through the wall with a pistol. You've now trying to make that hole a little bit larger, swings around, sees the blitz in the corner, is able to get the injure finish off with the impact grenade while playing around this bomb chassis for cover. Braver still above upstairs, but you need to be down below. That's where the diffuser is. You need to try and get it, and in this corner it can be seen from the window. Just holding patiently, waiting for the run out, wings the gunfight. Noob still on the door with the pack. But Braver gets the first one. Noob should know exactly where he is now, playing it patiently. You love to see it, especially when there's 7 seconds needed for that defuse. He has to go for it. He has to press it. He's run out. He could have won it if he'd pressed it earlier. But now Sean will walk in, find the final kill, and Swansea grab another round. A brilliant set-piece play that's worked out for them.
If Ryan would have just shot a little bit more left, or just even perhaps seen more in the corner that there is a big chunking German man with a shield, just shoot at him, God goodness sake. This could have looked again much more differently. Holy crap, I'm skeptical when I see Blitz. You know, the times where Blitz, used to be like a running menace. The time where we used to see like, let's just go in with speed and annihilate them have long been gone. And well, I was surprised. Just run in and get that plan going. Poof. In a strange sort of events, it seems to be Swan has been turning around, and we'll look at this. We're in a 3-3, and we're now switching the sides, and well, maybe we'll see the comeback. And with comeback, we'll see them now run away into a 7-3.
Who knows, now that they're on the defensive side, they've got the castle to try and lock up some of these corridors. It gives you a little bit more space to play with as a defense, right? One of the things we talked about in the first half of this map was how quickly attack can take space, and with that space deny any movement to the defenders due to the limited options for rotating or coming back up through staircases, for example, right? There's only 2. If you're not running that Oryx, you can jump up hatches, that's all you're limited to. So you're relying a little bit more, and the castle slows things down. No sledge on the table, no real big set of explosives. They've only got the 2 frag grenades, so it becomes a little bit harder to do. Rather using the tin opener just to get that window opened up. And they've got, for a set play of their own, lined up here with the Monty.
Did you just call it the tin opener?
Yeah, because it looks like a tin opener.
What kind of tins do you all have? I guess Britain is really, separate from Europe, I believe.
I'm so
But
confused.
anyway, one thing that's gonna be separate is gonna be Ryan, and it's gonna be Ufu. Now been taken out by the side of Swan as Ben. In the meantime, we'll take out Noob. And well, what you look at is another big Musolis, and let's see if this time it's gonna work out. Ben, in the meantime, he's gonna take out the mute right there, and oh no! Runs it right into the shot! Look at this. Matic get taken out, and the meantime, the fuse has been planted. Jedi takes out Jeff, and well, this might have been the first mistake from Swans. And boy, if Ty doesn't get these 2 kills right now, they're gonna look stupid as hell. Because everything has worked so far right now very well. Yeah, you got a peek a shield. Well, dare it and pre-fire it. That's how you do it. And well, it's now up to Ben. He needs to react quickly and in a timely fashion and not get taken out. But look at this! By the slittest of slices, Ben gets the kill. And boy, I don't know how much far away we were that I got that defused, but man, that was really, really tight.
Easily milliseconds in that. And you know what? That's unfortunate. It was a nice try to try and stick it, right? You have the option to try and swing it, but when you're that close, when you've been able to get it going for as long as you have and you're listening for the footsteps to start running, you hear them as late as the gridlock started moving. I respect the effort to try and stick it out, but in the end, the Pirates able to recover that round off of that play after losing your Ying, after losing the Monty, still able to get and commit to that plant. They had a numbers opportunity, but with the team kill coming through and Dai not being close enough to immediately pounce on that plant due to doing work elsewhere, a little bit more scrappy than they would have liked it to be and end up losing the round. But good job from the Pirates to recognize the gap and commit to it.
Well, one thing's sure. Swans 3-round train basically took a stop right now, giving the Pirates once more the lead again. And well, technically they've never lost it. I mean,
they haven't lost it. They were drawing.
Yeah.
So I guess technically they lost the lead because it was a draw, but they were never behind.
I guess it really comes down on the terminology, whatever. I don't study. I don't play Uni League, so how the hell I'm supposed to know?
What?
But yeah, I'm not educated as you, or you want to be.
As educated as I want to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why's that? How educated do I want to be? How about you tell me that?
No, it's I have never finished school, and I'm paying now the prices for it. All right.
Fair
but
enough.
In the short term, it got me some nice benefiting rewards, like getting cancelled 3 times.
Congratulations.
Yes, and affording a $5,000 code. Anyway, back to reality and back to the game. And with that being said, well, looks like Oof's reality is gonna end up very quickly up for this game, as Dai is gonna be able to take out the P90 and put straight a few bullets into his head. And for the time being, we see a lot of shots being fired, but nothing really getting connected at all.
You still have this downstairs presence for the Swans, just making sure that no one can come in below. Dai getting very close to this doorway, opened up by the Ying, able to get the first kill. Matty adding to the tally as Ben goes down as well at the same time, and now just falling back to sight. There are 2 members left for the Pirates, Jet and Ryan. And well, they have a little bit of work cut out for the 2 of them if they want to bring this round back, put themselves 1 round away from that match point, which then would be 1 round away from the win. But Swansea looking to tie things up 4-4 is, again, just the patience. They're not going to swing it. They're not going to peek it. They're going to make the Pirates make the move.
Well, they definitely need to move and need to definitely get something going, because it's looking quite grim. But, well, given now the situation right there, perhaps maybe it's a good idea. Just take a rest and refocus and regain and basically plan out your next round. But I think now with the loss of Ryan Oliver here, Yeti, I would consider just making a 180 and, go the other way. Just go outside, hide, and just think for a second on what you want to do next. And, well, after seeing such great shots from Dai, seeing him so much absolutely bin it, well, I guess deserve death. Anyway.
And now,
Bit windy today.
a little bit. Are you a fan of the wind?
No.
Not
I
a wind
prefer
enjoyer.
I prefer much more the cold.
For the cold, like snow cold, or like
Snow.
snow cold.
Oh. A couple days ago it snowed and it was a delight.
Do you ever make "it's snow cold today" puns?
No.
Be like, oh, it's snow cold today, and they'll be like instead of the word "so." It's like how you make like egg puns, and you're like, oh, that was excellent, or extreme weather, or if you have like an egg that's like painted like Batman, you could say it's like
the egg. I understand, but not really like snow in the cold. Like you. That's kind of like somebody trying to stretch a joke way too far.
what with egg ones.
No, not with egg, but with like snow and cold.
Wait, that's too far for you.
But how to say how to say that the joke with eggs, yes, that's like established. But then it's like we can leave it at there, you know.
But you could be like, it's no problem. If you're like snowed in.
See, that's what I mean.
All right, well, that's I'm a pun enjoyer. I think I'm an above average pun enjoyer. So I'm quite a fan whenever you can.
Well,
make
yeah,
it work in any
granted, it's
context.
my fault because I done these horrible dad jokes and crap like this, but I guess that's why we casted so much back in the day. Yes,
Yeah.
and now I realized I've made life miserable for everybody else casting with you.
That's not true. Oh,
Well.
engagement. Going in the way of die. Mirror window set up. A little bit hard to compete against, right?
Get this hold! Oh wait, this broke? I was about to flip out. It's like, there's not an opening, sweetheart. But apparently it breaks. Well, the C4 has been well delivered. And I should be rather more shocked that there's a mirror on border. Giving my issues, but yeah,
I'm so proud of you.
Siege
Well
has definitely changed a lot, okay?
done. Siege does that.
It is not something for someone who pretty much passed out 5 years ago and then tried for 3 years to make sense of it.
But now the Pirates once again in this 2v5 situation. Another mirror window looking out towards the double window. Ryan trying to open up a bit of the breach on these stairs to give themselves that option to make the move. Gonna try and find some picks here though, as Ben looking to try and challenge someone using the last of those logic bombs to give the phones a ring. Try and give away the location of some of these remaining defenders. But all of them, apart from Matty, dropping downstairs now. Just taking up positions as Matty holding on to Office is able to get the pick onto Ryan swinging in. Now hiding in the back corner. Does Ben know? Does Ben wait for him? He does. But Matty still wins out the gunfight. And for the first time, Swans are ahead on the scoreboard. 5-4 now. And they'll be looking to keep this kind of momentum going, right? One round away from match point. They'll be wanting to see themselves to it first. So at the very least, they get to play for that overtime at a minimum. Or one round away.
One thing.
What have I forgotten?
It was flawless!
It was flawless. It was a very good round.
Wait, this is 6 to match point, yeah.
Yep,
I was
6.
like, wait, since when does the game end at 6?
Yeah, next round, if Swansea win,
Yeah.
will be match point.
If.
That's what I said, if.
Yeah.
But now, you're looking at this. The lineup's coming through again, pretty standard from the side of Pirates. Nothing too quirky on the Swans. They've got the Bandits and the Mutes that they can try and hold upstairs, invest in some of these walls, try and slow things down. The extension into Bathroom I really like to see. It gives you a little bit more space. And I mean, Bathroom is a popular site, you know? Bathroom is a site that teams play because they feel very comfortable defending it. So when given the opportunity, it makes sense to extend your hold and take that space up once again. It gives you another angle to contest some players walking in from the waiting lobby as well, right? You get this extra spot to play. question is, how well are they able to hold on upstairs, or how quickly can the Pirates dislodge them is really the angle we should be approaching this with, because for them, that will be the first marker. You've got Juve on that sledge. If you get the vertical, you can start to force people out of ventilation. You can buy yourself that space to look for the plant.
But Ben, I don't want to, like, interrupt your whole wholesome moment there, but... you know, people used to play with bathroom as of, like, I'm gonna close it off and, like, never go dare touch it again. Yeah, it's just like, remember when you pretty much only had one entrance?
Yeah, when bathroom was just a single doorway and you'd have, like, the Echo sit in bathroom.
Yeah, or shield, or even a mirror, you know, just castle off the other, like, the door and just be like, I'm playing from behind here. Can't do much.
I quite like doing that. As an Echo enjoyer, I love just sitting back on drones all around. It was great. No. Burst pick goes to Swansea. There's an Eastez flank. Does Ryan might? Nobody thinks he's on the staircase. He doesn't think he's close. Die gets the pick.
Oh my god, no!
He gives him a triple.
Oh my lord! We go from one extreme, from one side to the other. Holy moly! That didn't end well. Would you look at it? Oof! Now with the fourth, this man sits on a quad. The question is, whether Jenny will leave him the ace, or whether Noob is gonna spoil the party. But my oh my. This is definitely how you play this game. Just straight up, shoot up, and there you go. Win rounds.
Big One was swapping to that pistol to get the counter-aggression onto Die. The drone caught by the mute jammer. This is a window for Noob to make a move, trying to walk up metal staircase to get above. Here's a barricade breaking, but has to be careful that he doesn't give his own movements away. Coming through the barbed wire. Jet knows. He sees the arm, but Jet sees the head. They're bringing it back. It's gone to 5-5. Any team's game.
Ruined.
The ace is ruined. The ace has been stolen. It would have been our first of the game as well had we seen it. But, you know what? This gets a little bit more interesting now. Swan's still on the defense. They still have the options of where they want to go. Armory opening up again for them. So there is the potential for an Armory defense into a bathroom defense, as that will be open for the final round. What do they go for next? What do they go for? I mean, the setup coming in, once again, Noob on that castle to give them the space, to give them to play with. The setup should look pretty similar for the side of the Swans. The question for me is what the Pirates going to do. Remember the first time they won attacking this site, it was on that Monty Ying trick play. That time they're not bringing that setup. They don't have the gridlocks, they don't have the Yings, they don't have the Montys, they don't have any of that jazz, right? A much more standard take. I wonder if they'll go for the breach. Maybe Office, just a more comfortable side though.
Honestly, rather having doubts on a Solus, because, well, seeing what the last couple of times happened, trying to save them. But yeah, one thing you gotta answer me though. You know, I seen Ty pick up the Solus and the background of it. Why the hell was there a WWE logo, and why the hell was there Undertaker's logo as well?
Like a crossover.
The crossover, like with like a couple of Netflix series and stuff like this, or?
Yeah, there's a Rainbow Six Siege X WWE Netflix series. That's right.
Wait,
I think it's just like no, I think it's just a skin. It was just like a WWE skin or like background or something. I'll be honest, at this point there are so many skins coming out and some of them are awesome. Like the Assassin's Creed one for Flores, I really love. It looks really cool. The Mad Dog of...
Well, Assassins themselves look pretty cool, so...
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
There's like the Mad Dog of Shishimo Echo Elite, which looks awesome as well. Love that skin. I'm just broke is the problem, but... Oh, the scan coming up. Spotting out Matty. Able to win the gunfight onto Juve. Die getting the second onto Braver as well. So that's an excellent start for them, despite kind of starting to be pinched in on. The breach still closed up for the most part, though, makes it a little bit more difficult for the Pirates to get in. You have the EMPs available on Ben, but he's not in a position to use them to shut down these mute jammers to give the Selmas a chance to go off. There we go. Finally get that wall opened. It's going to be Matty just giving up the space, though. Doesn't want to deal with it.
Oh, would you look at this? Ben takes out Matty in a very quick fashion right there. And well, as my hatred of everyone putting 1.5s on every gun further grows, we see Pirates now with less than a minute. They need to capitalize and they need to make advances right now, or otherwise it's gonna be looking not so Gucci as Ryan tries to bait out a player from the side of Swans, but being a little bit of a successful. Yeti on the other hand, well, there you go, there's a head, and there you connect on it, and well, leveling out the playing field on to 3 versus 3. Once Jaff is being tucked away in a corner-ish, in a angle. What's the word for this thing?
Corner?
Yeah, well, it's not like 90-degree corner. It's weird.
Hugging the indent.
Whatever. Jab in the meantime, he's gonna take out Ben, takes out the line, drops the hatch, but unfortunately not gonna be able to deal enough damage to take out Ryan. But well, Noob is not gonna be able to do that. As Spank will get out the C4 by Jetty, but no, look at this. There's a shotgun. And all dreams go crushing. And well, a few rounds ago, I wouldn't have thought it, but now I do. Swans are now on match point.
I mean, it's a bit of a dangerous one, right? You're looking at where that was coming in, getting the push on, able to get the swing onto the Jaeger. Jaeger was injured at the end there. I think the foot of the smoke was just peeking around the corner, but ultimately didn't get in with enough time. The Nitrocell coming out from SPAC to make sure the second player wasn't able to come through with the follow-up, and ultimately put themselves onto that match point. They are now,
sweetheart.
they are now 1 round away. I've had a very long day. I had classes at 8 AM this morning. 8 AM classes should not be allowed, but that is a completely different matter. Currently, the Swans.
You may have been much more successful in terms of where are you casting now, but I've been doing it for the longest, and let me tell you, since you're having a partner, I know at times, you know, stuff can get boring and hard and stuff, but this is exactly the moment where you have to switch up to your partner, just to have a breather for things like this.
I'm being doxxed. Guys, I'm being doxxed. Look.
What do you mean doxxed? Everyone
We're
can
back.
Google you.
We're back. Okay. We've recovered, but
Sort of.
Swans, 1 round away from taking the league title. They will be 5-0 if they can finish it through, and Die doing a fantastic job to set themselves on the right foot. You take down Jet, you take down the Twitch. The shock drone's no longer going to be able to catch any of this utility, and you've got ADSs, you've got Capcan traps, you've got Bandit batteries to protect. Bravo looking for a pick back, but Jeff was able to escape.
Well, as we're watching, see how Pirates were still going to be able to recover from... Oh my god, please, it's not that difficult to use a hammer. Christ almighty. Anyway, as the unfortunate loss of Jetty, Pirates is now forced to, well, they definitely need to now to be able to work around it, and well, giving now the time, and well, they're gonna make sure to move on and get their stuff ready to go, because well, Swans are so far looking in to be in the driver's seat right now, and well, Jeff, he manages to tuck away, but not before he gets at least hit once or twice by the side of the Pirates, and well, giving effectively away Workshop if Pirates are going to be able to enter it, and well, as soon as they can get Workshop under control, they can make huge advances, because then they're literally hugging on to the side, and then the rest is just close quarters, gunfire, and well, I believe Oof is out. Would you say as well?
Yep, not going to be a factor anymore for the Swans to deal with. The long line of sight being drawn by Dye, who can't quite keep the MP7 under control, but Braver just re-peeks out into it, trying to get the line of sight himself. Punished for it and pays with his life. Jaff got to be very careful of Ben creeping right underneath the hatch. There's the rotate to his right. Gotta be a little bit careful. Ryan walks in as well. The pre-fire's coming through, but met immediately with fire back from the Jaeger Bandit. Just spraying through the floor above. Dye's looking for anything that he can get. The drop from behind might come pretty soon. Something that they definitely will have to keep a little bit of an ear out full as, well, all these long angles being drawn. The crossfire's ready for Swansea as Dye walks in for the back for a triple kill. 1 kill left to find. It's Ben in the middle of the site. Gets one, but Jaff immediately swings into his back. And from 0-3 down, flipping things around to the 7-5 victory, Swansea are our Welsh Esports League champions. They have finished the season on the maximum of 15 points.
Well, unbeaten till the last game. And, well, hats off to them for sure. And, well, congratulations. And, well, I guess what else is there to say?
Yeah.
I guess the result speaks for themselves.
Yeah, it's, I mean, just a really strong performance for both teams this season, right? Both have looked really good. I think even with that loss there, I think the Pirates are at something ridiculous, like a 23 round difference in 5 games. It's not bad in 5 games of Siege.
It pretty much averaged to, like, you could say, like, maybe like 2 or 3 rounds, like maybe lost. Like
they've averaged like 1.3 rounds dropped per game they've played.
1.3 rounds dropped
per game. It's like an average of a 7-1 scoreline. So a bit good. Including a loss. Including a loss, their average is good. But
pretty good indeed. Well, I think you all know what's gonna happen now, ain't ya?
Yeah, that is it for this season of Welsh Esports League for R6. We still have other games happening throughout the rest of the week, but the Swans have taken the title in R6, stolen it away from the Pirates, rather ironically, at the end. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Unfortunately, it's only the one game because it's the final round. But make sure you tune back in tomorrow night. And I believe, what is it tomorrow night? I want to say it's Dota 2, but I could be wrong. And then we've got Overwatch Thursday, CSGO Friday. Is it Rocket League tomorrow? It's one of the two. But
well, you can't
we
be
got games
me.
on. Yeah, we got games on all week, so make sure you tune back. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Until then, I have been Colin Molly, joined by Tyrrell. Been a wonderful evening. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and have yourselves a lovely evening. Take care.